Los Angeles home of legendary filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. According to online records from the booked in connection with what the police are calling an apparent homicide.
The current death investigation that is being conducted by the Los Angeles Police Department.
Monday, investigators say Nick Reiner was taken into custody last night and booked early this morning. Gwen Baumgartner leads us off.
A crime scene cleanup at Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. The couple's 32-year-old son Nick is going
to be handled by the Homicide Special Section of Robbery Homicide Division of the Los Angeles Police Department.
Police say first responders found the bodies last night. Rob Reiner, son of late comedic great Carl Reiner, initially gained fame playing Archie Bunker's son-in-law, Meathead, on CBS's All in the Family. He went on to direct dozens of iconic films, including This Is Spinal Tap, The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally.
Just really surreal and still in shock, to be honest. It's just still in shock.
Jerry O'Connell was one of the child co-stars of Reiner's classic film Stand By Me.
Rob was like a father to me. He was like a father to me.
The couple's son Nick has been booked on $4 million bail. In a statement about the Reiner's death, the family says it's heartbroken by the sudden loss and asks for privacy. Hollywood is mourning the tragic loss. Flowers mark Reiner's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And the Princess Bride star, Carrie Elways, posted on Instagram a photo from the movie set captioning it, "No word."
Rick Reiner was being held on a $4 million bond. We now know the total number of people out of their homes after a multi-house fire in the Shamokin area. The deputy fire chief says at least 12 people were displaced by the fire on Scott Street in Coltmont over the weekend. 2 of the 5 homes that caught fire were already torn down, with another most likely that needs to be demolished. The Red Cross is helping several of the victims displaced. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. One of 2 victims killed in a vicious machete attack in Scranton is now laid to rest. The attack happened early last week at German Apartments on Biden Street, killing 61-year-old Linda Fortuna, another woman, and critically injuring a third. Fortuna was buried this morning in Cathedral Cemetery. The accused killer, 38-year-old Michael Woods, remains jailed without bail and faces a preliminary hearing scheduled for next week. This last full weekend of fall turned into a wintry cleanup for many communities in northeastern Pennsylvania. Places like Freeland required snow plows first thing Sunday morning. The borough got buried in about a half foot or more of snow. Main roads were cleared as quickly as possible following Saturday night into Sunday morning. Side streets, parking lots, sidewalks, all another story. It kept folks busy digging out to start their day.
I've been out here for probably about an hour because I have the back to do as well. But my neighbor comes from one end of the block to the other. He helps us out, and we appreciate it.
He was reminiscing on the blizzard of '93. He's grateful this snowfall was much lighter than that. The snow cleanup required some elbow grease shovels. Shovelers got a workout in Whitehaven Sunday. We found a man clearing the snow in front of the Presbyterian Church of Whitehaven. He figures the borough got about 8 or more inches of snow there. It was so much snow, the church canceled Sunday services. Some just took a grin and bear it approach when it comes to the wintry weather.
It's part of the season. You know, we live in Pennsylvania, so we get a little bit of every kind of weather here.
Pain to clear, but added that it is what it is. Let's get a check of your forecast now. Future Alert meteorologist Matthew Howard joining us with the details this afternoon. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Julie. We are still talking about some cold weather, at least today, but that's going to change as we go throughout the week. And we're going to be seeing some more cloud cover as we go throughout the day. Right here in Scranton, we are actually seeing more overcast conditions now compared to some sunnier weather we had this morning. But temperatures are still cold, near 19 degrees. That feel like of 8 degrees. It's a little bit breezy at times out there as you step outside the door this early afternoon. I have 18 degrees for Mount Pocono, 21 for Williamsport, and only 19 degrees at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Airport, well below average for this time of year. And we are seeing some snow showers across our northern tier due to the lake effect, but we are slowly seeing some flurries in a few snow showers across central Pennsylvania. This is actually because of a clipper system that's slowly working into Ohio and western Pennsylvania. This could bring in a few snow showers, less than an inch. Could be a few slick spots this afternoon a little bit later on. Julie, we are going to time out some of those snow showers and when we're going to see some warmer weather in a few minutes. net.
All right, Matthew, thanks. A massive light display is attracting people by the hundreds each night to the Mid-Valley for some holiday cheer. The family behind it has been illuminating their street for all to see for more than 2 decades now. 2822's Colby Hughes has the festive story from Peckville.
Hard to kind of remember them when you're just driving.
That's good. Those oohs and ahs you hear have been happening nightly for nearly 3 weeks straight on Marion Street. Behind that sound are the delighted faces of kids, their parents, and other people who come out to see the Peckville Christmas house. Brothers Matt and Jeff Harhut take inspiration from their own childhood memories to put on this seasonal spectacle every year.
We drove around looking at displays. It's nice to see that we can bring the people here to look at our display and they can make memories.
More than 3,000 Christmas decorations cover the property for people to walk through. Popular characters like the Grinch, Darth Vader, and Mickey Mouse are waiting to be spotted.
I see that everybody enjoys it, and I see a lot of smiles on people's faces.
It's awesome here. I love the lights. The lights are beautiful here.
That reaction is shared by visitors no matter their age. The huge display is still surprising people now more than 20 years later.
It's always fun when first timers come because they come around that corner and just to see their reaction, it's like, wow.
Unbelievable. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller. I didn't really expect it to be this big, but I can't imagine the electric bill.
Donations cover some of that cost, but not all of it. Still, you cannot put a price on what this exhibit accomplishes.
It brings us together. It's kind of like, it's so nice seeing all the lights here. They update it every year. It's awesome.
Traditions are born here for many families, and that's what drives the Harhuts' passion to keep it going.
The smile on the children's faces, the adults' faces, that makes it worth every minute that goes into it.
In Peckville, Colby Hughes, 2822 News.
You can visit the house for free nightly through the first week of January. Now is the time for those holidays. Not everyone involves Santa. Some prefer posing with his dark counterpart. People crammed into the Strange and Unusual in Kingston yesterday for photos with Krampus. The character is a horned demonic folklore figure that originated in pagan traditions. The business, filled with oddities of all sorts, has been doing photos with Krampus for nearly a decade. The event is getting more and more popular each year.
I think people just like something different, and I also think people like to just come in and scare their kids with Krampus instead of Santa.
I'm pretty sure he just does that to naughty kids to make them even nicer, so they don't be naughty.
We like the alternative, versions of Christmas. So instead of going to the Santa in the mall, it's fun to come down here and do something a little different.
And it was Cocktails with Krampus, an adult event that followed after photos. Competitors are on cloud 9 after they zip past obstacles with micro drones. The group NEPA Quad Racers designed and set up the track at the Pilot Mine Drone Academy near Pittston. Participants came from as far away as Texas, Virginia, and the New England region to gear up for some flying fun. Experts trained the flyers in all kinds of drone skills, setting up the best commercial and casual drone operators. For the non-pros, the event is more than just a competition.
Mostly the people. I love hanging out with these kind of people. There's people from all different industries. Got tech nerds. One of my friends is an aquatic plant specialist from the USDA. So really very smart people from all different walks of life. And I really just kind of love interacting with those kind of people. Flying's just like a secondary part of all of it.
At least one drone race is hosted a month at the Pilot Mine Drone Academy. Major developments in a deadly shooting at a university, the latest on the person of interest that has investigators searching for new leads. Coming up on 2822 News at noon.
now.
A person detained in connection with the deadly shooting at Brown University is now released. Last night, officials said there was no basis to keep the person in custody, whose identity was never revealed. There is currently no suspect in the shooting that killed 2 and injured 9 during school finals Saturday. Investigators said that they will continue searching surveillance to try to pinpoint the killer's identity. All classes at Brown are canceled for the remainder of the semester. At least 15 people, including a child, are dead and 38 others wounded after 2 gunmen opened fire at a Hanukkah celebration in Australia. The violence erupted during a Hanukkah by the Sea event, which celebrates the start of the 8-day holiday. Officials are calling the attack on Sydney's Bondi Beach an act of anti-Semitic terrorism. One gunman, a 50-year-old man, was fatally shot by police. The other, his 24-year-old son, was wounded and is in a coma. Australian leaders have now agreed to overhaul the nation's already very strict gun control laws. Hamas confirmed that one of its top commanders was killed in an Israeli airstrike. Israel claims the commander was one of the architects of the October 7th attacks. The strike hit a vehicle and reportedly killed 4 others and injured 3. The violence comes 2 months into a shaky ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, and both have accused each other of violating the terms. The Chiefs' star quarterback is down for the season after a major injury. In last night's game against the Chargers, Patrick Mahomes went down in the 4th quarter, tearing his ACL. The Chiefs said Mahomes is considering surgical options. He won't be back on the field until sometime in 2026. Merriam-Webster just released its word of the year, slop, but not as in mud. They define slop as digital content of low quality and specify that produced by AI. They say the use of the word has shifted in 2025 as AI-generated videos became more prominent. Well, meteorologist Matthew Howard will have another check on your forecast when we come back.
Welcome back, everyone. On this Monday afternoon, it's cloudy, it's cold, and we're tracking some snow showers as we go through and a little bit more of a warm-up. All in that in just a little bit. But if you take a look behind me, looking here at Montage Mound, you can actually see that there is some cloudy skies, and if I maybe even look closely, I can't quite tell, but it might be even flurrying a little bit. And our temperatures right now are 19 degrees and a feel like of 7 degrees. A little bit breezy at times today, but not quite as bad as where we were yesterday. We have some of that lake effect a little bit more towards our northern tier, and some flurries and snow showers slowly working their way in from central Pennsylvania. A lot of these are on the lighter side, but we actually do have a bigger factor in here. The Clipper system actually working its way into western Pennsylvania. This will continue to bring in some snow showers throughout the day, and we are going to see temperatures in the 20s, so it could stick at times. Our temperatures right now, 18 in Mount Pocono, only 19 in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, 20 in Montrose, and 19 in Lock Haven. And our wind speeds, we're getting a little bit breezy at times. That's why it's making it feel a little bit colder than the actual air temperature out there, about 10 to even 15 miles per hour. So as we go throughout the rest of your day, we're going to see some snow showers, especially the middle and late afternoon, early evening. So just keeping that in mind, accumulations could be less than an inch. In some areas, may not even see anything at all. As we look at our future cast, we're going to see those snow showers working in from west to east, especially towards the middle and later afternoon. Could see light snow, even a few areas seeing moderate snow at times. So just keep in mind, there could be a few slick spots. Temperatures will be into the upper teens and 20s. But those snow showers will move out fairly quickly tonight, and we'll be left with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then for tomorrow, another cold day ahead, but we're going to see partly sunny skies for your Tuesday. So that's going to be good news. It's going to be more dry tomorrow, and it'll also be dry for Wednesday. We'll see plenty of cloud cover, but those temperatures will warm up quite nicely out ahead of our next system that's coming in a little bit later on Thursday. Mainly Thursday will be dry, but we will see that steadier rain possible Thursday night as a cold front moves through. So just keeping that in mind, it will be breezy on Thursday. It will also be breezy on Friday, and temperatures will drop a little bit on Friday as well as that cold front makes an impact across the region. We're going to have it into the 20s for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all in the 40s, but that temperature on Friday will drop as that cold front moves through. For today, highs into the low to middle 20s with a few of those snow showers late, and for tonight, low to mid-teens. We can see a snow shower possible a little bit earlier on, and the winds were going to be calm as well, so those will ease up for you. For tomorrow, we're going to see partly sunny skies, a dry day ahead, and then Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to warm things up into the 40s. It's been a few weeks since we've seen temperatures into the 40s, and Friday will be breezy with a few showers. But Saturday and Sunday, both looking dry, and we're going to see our start of astronomical winter. So it really feels like it's already felt like winter. We've seen, I think, of not mistaken, about 10 inches of snow at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Airport, and temperatures have not been above 35 degrees all month long.
It's been cold.
It's been really cold, and we're going to average temperatures this week. So if you like the warmth, you'll like this a little more.
A much needed break, especially as we get closer to the holidays. And,
absolutely.
We certainly need to get out and go Christmas shopping.
Yes, we do. We don't have to bundle up as much.
All right, Matthew, thanks. Well, we're making this holiday season even better with the 12 days of streaming sweepstakes. Here's how to enter first. Download the 2822 Now app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. It's free to download and free to stream. Launch the app, find that QR code, scan it, and you're set. Just enter your information to win some amazing prizes, including $1,500 in groceries from SureSave. No purchase necessary, and remember, you can only enter on 2822 Now. And it's time again to celebrate the incredible women who make a difference in our lives. Remarkable Women 2026 is officially underway, and we want to hear about the inspiring women you know. Just visit 2822news.com/contest to nominate someone today. One extraordinary woman will be selected as our grand prize winner. She'll travel to Nashville to participate in the National Remarkable Women Celebration early next year, and the deadline to enter is coming up shortly. Could trying to get that sun-kissed look make you more likely to get cancer? A new study shows it might depend on how you do it. The tanning method, experts say, may be putting you at risk. Coming up on 2822 News at noon. Doctors say it's a good idea to talk with your teenager about healthy eating. In today's Health Beat, a new poll from the University of Michigan finds a third of parents offer general advice such as eat in moderation, but specific tips could be more helpful. For example, decide in advance what to eat, choose low-calorie foods, and get more exercise. Nearly a third of parents say their child eats out of boredom, and about 1 in 10 eat when stressed. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is the nation's largest food purchasing assistance program. Now, new research published in JAMA found if all states match the most generous states policy, it would keep 6.5 million Americans from food insecurity, compared to if all states match the most restrictive policy. Now, food insecurity is rising in the U.S. and is linked to poor health. People who use tanning beds have nearly triple the risk of getting melanoma compared to those who never use them. Researchers at Northwestern University found melanoma-linked DNA damage is also more widespread across the body, including areas that don't get much sunlight. Melanoma is the deadliest skin cancer, killing more than 8,000 people each year. White Castle is recalling more than 1,000 cases of its original frozen sliders. In today's Consumer Report, the company issued the recall because packages may actually include jalapeno cheese sliders, which contain undeclared milk and soy. They warn that people with allergies could develop a serious or life-threatening reaction to the food. According to the FDA, White Castle was notified of the issue after one customer had a non-life-threatening reaction linked to consuming one of the jalapeno cheese sliders. Consumers are urged to return the product to the place of purchase for a refund. Still no winner to the Powerball jackpot, which means the billion-dollar jackpot's still up for grabs. The prize for tonight's drawing now sits at an estimated $1.1 billion. That's the sixth largest in the game's history. The cash value is now more than $500 million. We'll have another check on your forecast with Matthew when we return.
Alrighty, let's get one last check on your forecast. It'll be cold today with highs into the 20s with a few snow showers. No problems tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly cloudy into the 40s. Steady rain possible overnight Thursday. And then Friday is going to be a little bit on the breezier side with a few rain and snow showers. But we are going to dry out nicely for the weekend. But for today, we could see a few of those snow showers less than an inch. So just keep in mind there could be a few slick spots headed out towards the evening commute.
All right, looks like we're going to have some changes coming our way, Matthew.
Plenty of changes.
Thank you. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you next time.